Okay, so stretching watercolour paper. I always do this for the amount of time it takes, but you need the right sort of tape. This is the old-fashioned parcel tape, the stuff that you can wet, sometimes called gummed tape. So you just need to tear yourself 4 strips to the right length, 2 shorter ones, 2 longer ones, and then we need to actually wet them. So if you take them across to the sink, just run your tap a little bit and gently run the paper underneath, not too wet, and then you just take a little bit of the surplus water off there, and then you line these up on your draining board, and they're all ready. You'll see that I just use my 2 fingers here like a squeegee, and that takes any surplus water off. So they're ready, and then you go back to your paper. If it's a big piece of paper, then just use a sponge and some water in a container, and just gently, don't scrub at it, because if you do, then you will damage the surface of the paper, which will affect your painting. So you do both sides. Oh, it's slipping about here. Wet them thoroughly. Time is of the essence now, because your paper will start to twist and cockle, and if you're not quick, then you're not going to be able to get your tapes on flat. So you have to ignore any phone calls or people knocking on the door, and just get that done as quickly as you can. And then just with a towel, just take out any surplus water so that it's not pooling, not got loads of water running all over. And then quickly just stick on your ready, prepared tapes all the way around. So it's a really simple process. I do it every single time, and it makes the paper somehow special because you've taken the time to prepare it. Not everybody does it, but I think it's worth it so that you don't get that cockling, because there's nothing worse, and it's almost impossible to frame your work. If it's cockled, you can't get it behind glass, that's for sure. Okay, then just give it one last little wipe all the way around. Tape off any surplus little puddles, and that's it, and let it dry flat. And it is important to catch at least 1 centimetre, half an inch to old school, all the way around, because it's very strong, and if you don't do that, it'll ping off, and that's it. Voila!